Hey everybody. Just got home. Sorry I'm a little late. I was busy at work. I'm here now. Rodney's here. There's a few of you here. 10 of you here already. See crappie Mike? Yep. Rain's coming. Yeah. Gabe's. No problem. Hi Ryan. Hey Jeff. Mean Bird. Don DeHerder's there. Abraham's here. Brent's here. Rodney's here. Tony's here. Yeah, I have a couple of new episodes I'm going to be posting up. I put some new episodes on our app so you guys can see them there too. John's here from Lake Elsinore. Ron B's here. Brian from Oregon, Washington. I think it's Oregon. Fred. Hello, everybody. I think Jeff is in Chicago today, or Illinois. Caesar. How and when is fishing available with you? Where can I get more info? You're in Whittier? Hey, James. Yeah, so Jeff is in Illinois. All right, so who's asking the question? Caesar. So, Caesar, you have a couple of choices. You can either go to a private charter with me, and here is the link for that. And on the private charters, I take up to 4 people, no more than 4 people on my boat. And we're even doing them this time of year, as long as the weather's okay. Fish for calico bass, sand bass. We hooked a bunch of black sea bass last trip, but can't keep them. And we're looking for halibut sometimes too. Randall, what's his question? Do you ever catfish? I fish for catfish sometimes when we have our kids' events because they get stocked the day before. A lot of lakes have catfish. I don't know how good the catfish bite this time of year because the water's so cold. In the summertime, they bite really good. And then Caesar, to answer your other question, the other way you can join me too is I will be doing trips on the Gale Force starting in May. And I thought I had that link open. I guess not. Let me put it on here. I have a trip in May. I'm going to be hosting. Oh, there it is. So here's a trip in May. You take 20 people, limited load, $150, and I'll be doing these trips once a month starting in May. So any of you that want to join me, welcome to join me there. There's April. April likes it when I turn the lights on in here because she thinks it's you guys. You know she's going to get free food. Okay, what else is on here? Lloyd's here. Hey, Lloyd, how's Vegas? Fernando Mendoza, any good tips for seasickness? Don't drink before you go fishing. Probably the biggest one. I would say The patches work really good. I hear lots about the patches. So a lot of guys use the patches. Jeff says ginger crackers. Yeah, and the patch too. Oh, Lloyd got his first shot. That's good. Jeff already got his. Oh, he gets his second shot next week. Lots of snow and rain in Las Vegas area, according to Lloyd. Yeah, relief band is good too, Rodney says. The relief band was developed for pregnant women, but it still works good for fishing. You guys are asking me for a link to my OfferUp. I finally found out how to do that. So here's a link to OfferUp. So you can see the stuff that I have available there. Bunch of reels, few jigs, stuff like that. You're welcome, Caesar. So James is asking about the Alaska trip. James fishes quite a few trips with us, especially the tuna trips. He likes to do that kind of stuff. And he goes up to Emeryville with me every year. So, James, we're going to be going to Alaska June 12th, um, June 12th through the 16th. This is a beautiful part of Alaska we're going to. It's in Craig, flying to Ketchikan. And then from Ketchikan, you take a float plane right into Craig by the resort. And it's really nice. It's a beautiful little flight. And the float plane's really neat. You land right on the water. The name of the place is Shelter Cove Lodge. Been there a bunch of times. And I think this will be my third time or fourth time there. Great food, beautiful resort, great family owned operation. It's not a big corporate thing, it's a small family operation. First time I went there, the guy that runs it now, his mom ran it, and now Dave runs it. I think his mom's retired now, and Dave runs it. And when I was there the second time, he was a guide, and now he's taken over the whole outfit. So it's gonna be lots of fun. So that's the trip. It's $2,800. I think it's 3 days of fishing, and it's like 5 days, 4 nights, something like that. So it should be lots of fun. Yeah, it's 4 nights, 5 days. So I'm really looking forward to it. So sign up and join us. You had your knee operation, so you're all ready to go, and it's gonna be lots of fun. There's only room for a few people. I think we can take 8 people in the main lodge, and then we can get some more people in the other lodge. But if you want to do some freshwater fishing and you want to go drive around, you might want to stay in the other lounge. It's lodge. It's about 3 miles away, but your price includes a rental car, so you have a car to go back and forth, and you have a car to drive around. If you want to go do some freshwater fishing, you can do that too. So, those of you that want to explore the area a little bit more, you might want to stay at the other place and get access to have the rental car that's included. Hey Oz, thank you very much for your super chat. Yeah, the other thing, guys, if you get seasick and you're gonna take Dramamine or something like that, don't take it when you get on the boat. By the time you get on the boat, it's too late. You really need to take like half a pill the night before, and then in the morning, take another pill. Then that'd be good. James, when is the Emerville trip? Same as always, last weekend in September. It's always the last weekend. Saturday, that last weekend in September, we fish aboard the New Huck Finn, and Sunday we fish on the Seawolf. So that's good. Tastiest rockfish? That'd be red snapper. Vermilion, I think, would be the tastiest. Brant says they had snow today. Let's see what else. Okay, let me get Oz a ticket. Thank you, Oz. So Brian says it snowed in Oregon today. It's going to be snowing down here by the weekend. Crappie Mike says it snowed in Malibu. Was it snow or was it just like hail? I didn't think it got that cold. There's Jeff with Terry, baby. She wants to go on your boat, Jeff. Let me see what else is here. Who's building rods? Somebody said they built 5 rods. Oh, Lloyd. Dylan, how do you catch white sea bass? You normally use a B52 bucktail, white or red and white. With you want to use the HD model with the big hook, and you want to put a whole squid on there. And you work it close to the bottom, not on the bottom, but off the bottom. And that's how you catch the white sea bass and you catch the big halibut. So someone caught a spider crab. I don't know what a sheep crab is. I never heard of that. Let's see what else. Yeah, if you get seasick, guys, on a boat, you don't want to be inside the boat. You want to be at the rail and throw up. The crews don't appreciate it when you throw up inside the boat. Yeah, Brian. James is the same guy that was in Emeryville when you were there fishing. I think you guys all went to dinner together up there. We don't have any of the local chips set up yet, James. We don't have the tomahawk. We don't have any of the tuna chips, anything set up right now. So I'm going to start working on those next week. Here is a link to my offer up. Some of you are asking for the offer up. Here's the link there. Hello, Aaron. Jeff, don't ever come on my boat if you get seasick. Lloyd, I think Terry wants to buy a rod. That's why she's asking you. Let's see what else. Oh, Ron B's got a ticket. Thank you, Ron. Let's see. Lloyd, if you made Terry a ride, I think she would drive out to Vegas to pick it up. So I guess one of you saw my crab rockfish little tape I made. That is a fun trip. If you guys get a chance, I would sign up for that trip. I plan to go next year, the first week in, this year, first week in December. I'd like to go back and do that again. That was just a neat experience. Yeah, that's right, Brian. Hey, Brian, maybe you can join us in Alaska too. I think James is going to go. Trying to get Jimmy to go with us to Mexico, but he hasn't gone. Hello, Eric F. So Dylan wants to know what my favorite surface jig is. It would be a magic metal light. This is a magic metal light. This is a MM5 and the MM7. Hear the rattles in it. Works out really good. Find these on our website. Okay, guys, I got 80 of you in here and only 40 likes. Um, yeah, so they're talking about my signature rods. The only two companies that made them was Shakespeare and American Premier. Shakespeare were really neat ones, and then the American Premier. Those are more like deckhand rods with no real seats on them. Those are cool rods. I have some of those I could sell, but the problem is I don't have a way to really ship them to you. Is the problem. Hey, Lloyd, thank you very much. Jeff, take Terry with you. She'll definitely get seasick on your boat. But she says she doesn't throw up. Hey, Logan's back from Scotland. Hello, Logan. Lloyd. Gerald. Thank you, guys. Was it? Is it John Pale? Says he's been a big fan since he was a kid. That tells you how old I am. Yeah, Brian, see if you can join us in Alaska. That'd be fun. And you have to do the East Cape sometime with us too. That's always a lot of fun. Yeah, I can take a look and see. One of the guys here from Westminster Mall area is asking about my rods. Let me see what I can do um, about getting some of those rods together. So James is asking, how do you get a raffle ticket? And it's all super chat. So the super chat is how you do that. So to do a super chat, like Terry just did a super chat, that's how you get a ticket. So Lloyd's asking what's. I think if Terry's going to fish half day trips, like 25-pound test line would probably be good. What else is here? Leo, recommend fishing dogfish. Never tried dogfish for making tacos. Oh, we have Pismo Beach in the house today. Thank you guys. Rodney, yes, you have to have a descender in your boat if you're fishing for rockfish. You can get a ticket for not having that. So you have to have a descender in the boat. Ryan says, talking to a wife tomorrow about going to Alaska. Airfare from Florida, Alaska is cheaper now. Cool. Terry, thank you for your ticket. Tom B, thank you for your ticket. The other thing you guys should know about rock fishing, I just found that out. Yeah, Brian, the passport thing, like Lloyd saying, you don't need a passport to go to Alaska, but you will need it for the East Cape. If you go to the East Cape, you will need it. April, where are you? April. April. She poked her head in here a couple of times looking for food. And I was too busy talking. April. There she comes. Come on, you got food. Here she is. There's April. Maybe I should do an Instagram for April. Hello, Lewis. Tom B, let me get you a ticket. I already got you one. James, you found out how to do it. James is happily retired now. No, like 25 to 40 would be too heavy. She probably needs a rod that's more like 20 to 30 or 20 to 40, something like that. Something that she could fish 25-pound tests on. Yeah, Tango, you ought to go, Tango Whiskey, you ought to go to Pismo sometime, even if it's not the clam bake, but just to go fish over there for perch. They have great perch fishing up there, some halibut fishing too. Mossback, I was talking with December for going up to Emeryville for the rockfish and crab combo trip. So that's what I like to do. I went this year and did really, really good. Let's see what else. All right, so hopefully that offer up helps you guys. Offer up link. And if you have any questions about the Alaska trip or the East Cape trip, don't be afraid to give me a call at the office. Be glad to try to help you out. The other thing I was going to tell you guys is I ran into some fishing game wardens on Saturday down the water, and we just had a little discussion talking about stuff. And one of the things that they told me, which I didn't realize, and I'm glad they told me, is the new rules on rock fishing. Yes, you can go 600 feet, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you do that you don't. There's a certain line, so you can't go past like 1,000 feet or something like that, and then go to 600. Like the 14-mile bank, you can't fish there. So there's just certain areas that you can do that. So you have to watch the lines. And they said go to NOAA, and then you can find out about exactly um, that type of thing. So you can find out where that line is. The other thing they said to tell you guys um, is that if you're fishing for, let's say, calico bass, and you have like 2 or 3 rods out on your boat, or you're drifting for halibut, you put 3 rods out on your boat, and you catch a rockfish. Once you have one rockfish on your boat, you can only use one rod with 2 hooks per person. So normally, if you're out on your own boat and you're drifting for halibut, you might put 4 rods out and put them in rod holders and just drift. And that's legal with 1 hook, or even 2 hooks if you want. But once you have one rockfish on the boat, you cannot use more than 2 hooks, and you can't use more than 1 rod. And the way they explained it to me, even a sabiki rig with like 5 or 6 hooks on it is illegal once you have rockfish on the boat. So let's say you go rock fishing, you catch a few rockfish, you put them in your boat, and you go, let's go catch some sand dabs now. Well, normally you can put like 10 hooks out or more for sand dabs, but once you have a rockfish in your boat, you can't do that. You're breaking the law, and you can get cited for it. And they were explaining to me that, yeah, they will cite people that if they have rockfish on the boat and then they go fish for, um, what do you call it? For sand dabs with more hooks on there. And, you can't use more than 2 hooks. And again, if you're by yourself on your own boat and you put a couple of rods down You can't do that for rock fishing. When you're rock fishing, you can only use one rod. Once you have a rockfish in the boat, one rod with 2 hooks maximum. Okay? So just wanted to let you guys know about that. Okay, Ron's got a ticket. And Robert Figueroa. Thank you, Robert. So you guys be really careful that if you're going to go fish for rockfish, that you only have one rod on there. Mean Bird, what's for dinner tonight? I haven't made dinner yet. I got in really late. I just got here right at 7 o'clock from my office, so haven't made dinner. James, are you asking if I brought back crabs from Emeryville? Yes, I did. They were really good. I caught 10, which is your limit, but I had one up there with the guys in the parking lot, and the other 9 I brought home. Robert, it's fishing 600 feet will be legal in California once Rockfish opens up in March. So I'm not sure which of the boats I'll be on will be doing it, but I'll probably be doing it on my boat too. But I'm sure some of the boats will be doing it. The local boats and stuff will be fishing that deep. And if you're going to fish that deep, make sure you have a big reel like this with a power handle. You don't want to use a small reel to go that deep. It'll take you forever. Don't even try it on something like this. Okay. See what other. Yeah, Jeff, I need to read the regulations because I don't even know all the restrictions, like what areas. I know there's certain lines that you have to stay within, and the way Fish and Game told me, it's all about going to NOAA. That NOAA is in charge of that. So I have to go to the NOAA website and check that out. Adler Outdoors. Thank you. Salted. So I guess everybody's excited that the restaurants are opening up here in Southern California on Friday. Okay, so some of you are asking about the raffle. So these are the items for the drawing tonight. Trolling lure, another lure, some bucktails, some other jigs. And the way you do that is do the super chat. So right there on the right side where it says say something, right below that is the super chat. So you just make whatever donation there you want to do, and you get a ticket for the drawing. Yeah, so mossback, they've done research on that, the air bladder, and if you pop the air bladder, you can actually kill the fish. So the best thing to do is to do the descender, connect it to the fish, drop it down deep, and then when it gets down deep enough, it'll open up, and the fish has the best chance to survive. Ryan, thank you very much. What's Pathicid? I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. And Andy. Thank you guys for your support. Mm, yeah, so basically it's lines, Jeff says, but what I don't understand, Jeff, is the whole like the line where you can't go so deep and then come back up again, like the 14-mile bank. I guess I have to just look on Noah's and find out what it is and read it. I have to go find a link. I'll see if I can find a link during the week from Noah's and do that. I can put it up here. So Rodney says we should do a YouTube Let's Talk Fishing shirt. Maybe we could do that. See if I can get a design made. Tom B, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that about the rockfish because I didn't know that. I didn't know once one rockfish was on the boat that you can get in trouble for even using a sabiki rig. So I didn't know that. Cooper, what part of Catalina is best for catching yellowtail? It depends where you find them. Sometimes it's good to go to the back of the island. Sometimes they're in the front, but you really need to check out the island a little bit and and see where they are. Just you never really know. But this past season, the back of the island was probably by far the best spot for the yellowtail. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, we are doing the raffle for the $25 ticket to win a chance at a private charter with me. So I will be taking 4 people on my boat to Catalina, and it's a $25 raffle ticket, and all the money goes to my youth foundation, and you can write it off. Rocky Dog. Robert. Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of spots are going to be out of bounds when you start looking at that 600 feet area. But I'm gonna have to look on the deal. That was the one thing that fishing game guys told me is that you have to be really careful because just because it says 100 fathoms doesn't mean you can go to 100 fathoms and fish. You have to be in that certain line thing. And then there's a link, guys, I just posted. If you want to join me on the May trip on the Gale Force. Okay, April's back. Looking for a snack. There she is. She had a huge possum pinned up on the fence the other night. She was screaming and screaming, and I went out there. So, yeah, Rocket Dog. I did ask the one warden I talked to if he could come on, but he said that his supervisor would probably be the person to do it, but that they wouldn't let him do it. So, I'll see if I can get a supervisor on. So, who's one of the guys has asked about the 14-mile bank? The 14-mile bank is not legal to rockfish. Even though it'll be 600 feet area there, it's not legal because of the line. Jeff was talking about there's a certain fathom line, and that's very true. You need to check out the fathom line from NOAA, the NOAA website, and there you can find out what the lines are. But you can't just go to 600 feet. You can't go to 100 fathoms and just start fishing because it's really strict about the certain fathom lines that you can't pass. Let's see, Lloyd. He's talking about building rods. So Thomas was up in Morro Bay and caught nothing. You can't catch rockfish. Rockfish is closed. Were you surf fishing up there? Because you should be able to catch surf fish there. So John, you have to check the areas. I don't believe, I don't know the regulations that well. I don't believe you can use any sort of traps in Southern California for crabs. Up in Northern California, cages. Um, Definitely for lobster, you can't use them. You have to use hoop nets. The lobsters have to be able to walk in and walk out. But I don't know what the rules are for fishing crabs in Southern California. So I need to find out about that. Rocket Dog or all the Gale Force trips on Thursdays. The trips that I will be doing that aren't filmed for TV will be on the third Thursday of the month. There is um, there is 1 week that it'll be the last Thursday of the month, just because of the boat was already booked that day, and there will be a Sunday Triton and a Sunday Gale Force trip that we will be filming for TV. So So that'll go on. So Aaron just signed up for the May trip. Thank you very much, Aaron. Andrew, I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm not even sure what that is. Yeah, Oz, when Fishing Game makes their changes and stuff, supposedly it's all over science and stuff. I don't know, and they don't ask me. That's all done by other people, and the wardens don't have any. You know, if you guys get upset about some rule on fishing, I can guarantee you the wardens didn't do it. So it's all legislation and stuff. It's all, you know, who enforces the laws and who makes the laws are two different sets of people. A lot of the wardens love to go fishing, so just be polite to them, be nice to them. They're doing their job, and they'll be glad to help you out. Yeah, and I really appreciate all you guys supporting me. Like Jeff was saying, you know, thanking you guys. I really appreciate it. And this is a really slow time of year, and with COVID and stuff, it's been a terrible past year. So it's, you know, any support you guys can give me would be appreciated. And I bet you a lot of you know where you were today, um, a year ago today. I was at the Aquarium of the Pacific with some friends when I found out that Kobe was dead, passed away, helicopter crash. So that was really shocking. And that's what today is. Today is the anniversary of that. Sad. He did a lot for the city, and he was a great basketball player. He was even a better person. So I never got the privilege to meet him, but everything I heard about him was really good. So it's sad that he passed away. So the fog can be brutal. Yep, I agree with you guys. All right. What else was I going to tell you? I think I'm going to try to get some trout stuff for Thursday. Last week when we were on here, a lot of people were asking trout questions. So I'll try to see if I can help you guys out with some of that. Yeah, wild times. That's what we're talking about. That C word 100 fathom line. But if you go to Noah's website, what the fishing game guys told me, there's actual coordinates and points there that you can put down in your GPS, so you know that you're within the legal areas, and shows you where the lines are for the illegal areas, so you can stay out of it. Rocket Dog got a ticket. Thank you. April heard the word dog. She comes running back in here. Here, April. Come say hi to everybody. All right, guys. I've been here an hour, so I'm going to say goodbye. So let's do the drawing and see who's the winner for tonight. And Tyler, we got to set up a day here for next month to go Mossback, how do you get a ticket? You just do the super chat on the bottom there. Tyler, we got to set up a day for a bunch of us to meet up on the pier and go fishing. So let us know if anything shows up. All right, here we go. Let's find a winner. Yeah, Jeff, that'd be great if you could make a map. That'd be awesome. I'll try to print it out so I can share with everybody. I wish you guys could share stuff on here. All right, here's the winner. Rocket Dog. He had like the last ticket. Or did he buy 2 tickets today? All right, Rocket Dog, you're the winner. All this stuff will be shipped to you. Congratulations. So Rocket Dog's the winner. All right, guys. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. And it means a lot. It's nice we had almost 100 people here today, so I really appreciate it. So if you want to find out more what we're doing, visit my website. Here's a link again for the Gale Force trip if you want to fish with me in May. Plenty of spots available. And then the offer up one is here. Let me put it there. So if you guys want to do offer up. Hey, Henry, we already did the drawing, but I will put your ticket in for next week. I mean, not next week, for Thursday. Thank you very much, Henry. So there's your ticket, Henry. I'll put it in for Thursday. Okay. Thanks, Jeff, for your support. Thank you guys for all your support. Thanks, Kevin. I've known Kevin for many, many, many years. And here's a little trivia thing you guys may not know. Kevin, who's on here, his cousin was my best friend who passed away like 6 years ago or something. But Kevin went to high school with the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, the head coach. And him and Kevin were both on the track team together. So Kevin had shared a picture with me of them together on the same team. So that was pretty cool. All right, guys. Thanks again. Talk to you all soon. Good night, everybody. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it.